All right, you guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. The number one number that you're going to need to look at if you want to reach seven or multiple seven figures, or even some of the clients that I've consulted that have gone on to reach 8 figures, the only number that you got to think about the entire way through. Okay, whether you're doing less than 10 grand a month or you're doing less than 100 grand a month, or you're trying to get to $500,000 a month, it doesn't really matter what stage you're at. This is the number one thing you got to be looking at as the owner. And it's a super simple formula. And it's going to help you kind of understand, what in your business you need to work on. There's a really, really fun idea from Dave Ramsey. If you follow Dave Ramsey, in my opinion, he's super underrated when it comes to like the info and coaching industry. He does hundreds of millions of dollars a year in the info industry, right? One of the longest standing businesses in the space. And he says you need to work on broken things and new things. And I love that. And when you apply working on broken things and new things to this number, it's pretty much inevitable that you're going to win. Okay, a lot of business models have very, very complex economics, meaning the math behind making the business work is very, very complex. One of the reasons why running a coaching or a consulting business is actually like one of the best opportunities is because the math's actually really, really simple. And this number that I want to share with you, once you get eyes on it, gives you the ability to basically boil down any coaching or consulting business down to one super simple formula, and you know exactly what you got to work on to help make it a more valuable asset, a better cash flowing asset, etc. So what number am I talking about? Well, the number is LTV to CAC. So LTV means the lifetime value of a customer, okay? So if you have a one-time payment of $5,000, for example, the lifetime value is $5,000. If you have a monthly payment of $2,500 and you retain people for usually about 8 months, what's the math on that? That's $2,500 times 8, that's $20,000. LTV of $20,000. And then CAC is cost to acquire a customer. So let's say it costs you in terms of marketing costs, advertising costs, as well as sales team, paying out your team, paying for any expenses related to marketing. What is the cost to acquire a customer? So take the total amount of customers you bring in a given quarter or a given month, divide it by your total cost. That's your cost to acquire a customer. Okay, so why is this such a powerful number, and why is this such a great way to look at a coaching business? Well, when you're running a business, there's so much it seems to think about, right? There's so many things to consider. There's different clients that are having different levels of experience. Some really, really happy, some not happy at all. You have different team who have different needs and different things that they need from you. You have different ads, different funnels, different channels, different things that you're doing. There can be a lot to think about. And so when you're the owner of a business, it's really important to be able to boil things down to its absolute core so you can make well-informed decisions, because your future 2, 3, 5, 10 years from now is essentially made up of the quality of the decisions that you make in the present. And the quality of your decisions comes down to your experience and the lessons you've learned from that experience divided by or amplified by the data you have in front of you. Okay, so the data you have in front of you is extremely important. And if you don't have the right data, then you're not making the right decisions. If you have the right data, you can make the right decisions. And one of the most important pieces of data is LTV to CAC. So because what this allows you to do, let's say that your LTV is only $2,000 and your CAC is $1,500. That means on average, your business is giving you only 25% margins. You're not actually, and you're having to continually repeat getting new customers over and over again, right? I have to continue to go out and sell new clients over and over and over and over and over again in order to even just stay around. Okay, what I want you to think about is LTV. How do we increase it? How do we keep clients billing? How do we return them or upsell them into new things or keep these relationships? This is something that I honestly really, really slept on, primarily because I was organically marketing for the longest time and I didn't really have any cost to acquire a customer. I was all YouTube, just YouTube organic. And so because of that, I didn't have a very high CAC. I had pretty much my CAC to LTV was infinite because I didn't spend anything to acquire a customer. It was all organic marketing. Right? And if you want to see some examples, by the way, of clients that I've helped get to $100,000, $200,000, $500,000 a month, links in the description for my Kaizen Mastermind group. Those are clients that I've gotten to that level just for proof that like what I'm talking about is actually legit and I'm not just spitballing random ideas. Okay. So wanted to make that very, very clear. But with LTV, what you got to think about is how do I continue to add value to my clients and keep them coming back for more products and services or retain them for my flagship? So one thing that I'm changing moving into 2025 with my business is focusing a lot more on recurring revenue relationships, getting people to sign up for monthly or quarterly payments on something, and it incentivizes my business to continue to add value. So make a little less month one, actually a lot less month one. Instead of charging 10 grand, it'd be like $2,500 a month. But $2,500 a month divided or multiplied by 12, that's, what is that, almost $30,000 in a year. And so that's way better than 10 grand once, 30,000 a year. If you're sticking around for 3 years, that's $90,000. And so my LTV skyrockets. And then I'm looking at CAC, cost to acquire a customer. So how do I get CAC down? Well, I'm moving in my main business from primarily doing like ads, right to a video, right to a booked call, right to a sale, to I'm actually just running a lot of loss leaders, meaning I'm spending $1,000 to sell $400 to $600 worth of products, getting people to consume products from me and add value to them before they even buy my high ticket thing. And then that way I have a good relationship. It's a really easy sale into a monthly. And this is kind of the model I'm running on my main business, and I'm mixing it with, making content and adding value to my audience to create easy sales. So this is the only number you got to look at. I won't elongate this video unnaturally. Super simple concept, but if you can just get your lifetime value and you can get your cost to acquire a customer, you can basically know how far your business can go. If your lifetime value is 20 grand, cost to acquire is 2 grand, that's an amazing business. If your cost to acquire a customer is higher than your LTV, obviously you're bleeding money. And so these are the two things you got to look at any given time. How do I reduce my cost to acquire and increase the lifetime value of my clients? That's literally all you got to do and all you got to think about. Increasing lifetime value, reducing cost to acquire. It's the only mathematical formula you got to think about if you're going to grow your business to multiple 7 figures or even 8 figures. Some of the clients that have gone into the Kaizen Mastermind group that actually signed up like 2-3 years ago have come back and now they're doing 8 figures, which is amazing. And so you can learn more about that group. Links in the description to check out some of the testimonials or results that have come from that group, what we talk about, how it works, how it's structured, the sort of support you get from myself. I work with you one-on-one, help you reach your first 6-figure month. And a lot of clients in there have gone on to do much more than that. Okay, so hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Really short and sweet video, to the point, very simple idea. Just wanted to add some value to you today and keep the streak going of a daily upload on YouTube. That's kind of what I'm trying to do, at least for 30, 60 days here, just to get some momentum, some traction moving into the year. So thanks for watching. Enjoy.